Okay, hopefully some people come in. What a messed up live tonight. I'll tell it all again, but I thought it was live already. And I guess they've got a button now we got to hit that says go live on StreamYard. So hello, welcome in. Whoever's out there. I can't see how many people are in, if any. It is a Saturday night, and I'm not feeling all right. I will just keep on cooking and wait. Like I have a choice. Done started this. Now I gotta finish it. I really need to get me a new apron. Hi, Joe. Is it Joe or Dana that's on? I guess it's you, Joe. Cola Joe. Cola Joe. Cola Joe. Who else we got? Hi, Mary. Denny, yay. This is so messed up, you guys. I wanted to do this dish for Adele because she had talked on my last live about stuff she doesn't like to eat. And we talked about liking cilantro. So I was like, cool, I'm going to make you my cilantro dish. That's what we call it, is either the Greek or cilantro. Got my cilantro, got my garlic, and thought I had some of my diced tomatoes that are canned that I use for this dish. And no, there's none in the pantry. I think maybe Abby has used them. So I'm going to wing it because I've already started. Abby's not home right now, Mary. I think he's out working still. He's always working. And there is Sister Sharita. Hi, Sharita. You have to be in the bushes for a little bit. That's okay. All right. So normally I cook a pound of hamburger, this fancy stuff, and the chubs. I'm not fancy. Y'all know that. I think this one is, I can't see it. I think it's 80%. There you go, Bailey. Here's some hamburger for you. Yeah, she eats raw meat. She is a dog. So I'm just going to wing it. I got some soups in the closet in the pantry. Thankfully, Abby's not demolished those, but he loves tomatoes, so I really am highly suspicious. I think he used them up. Normally, he uses fresh tomatoes and peppers, but if he's desperate, I can see him using my canned tomatoes I got reserved for a dish. But for the cilantro dish, I usually use 4 or 5 cloves of garlic and a whole bunch of cilantro. And I've learned, I used to pick all the leaves off separately. Now I just use my kitchen shears and just cut them right over the pot so they fall into it. So I'll cook my hamburger up, throw that stuff in with the tomatoes, let it stew for a while I cook my rice. So, yeah, my plans have been demolished. It took me forever to get set up to do the live on YouTube. My computer's being a butt and kept buffering really bad. So I don't know if this stream's even going to look any good. I've got to get a new computer. This one, the storage is about full. I can't download any updates for Windows, which I don't care because I don't need a whole lot of stuff. But I do need more storage space. I am not going to cook long. I like the dishes that have like 4 or 5 ingredients. There's some more boo-boo. More hamburger for you. I like 4 or 5 ingredients that can all be thrown in together. You can put it in the crock pot if you want, or a skillet or a pan. And it makes more time for our crochet. And I always have leftovers. Since Abby doesn't really eat my food much, he always cooks for himself. So this gives me something to take for lunches to work. And I still cook like I got a family of 5 at home. I can't make myself stop. I've tried. It's hard cooking for one person. It really is. It's hard cooking for two, let alone one. And I got the wrong burner on. I'm a mess tonight, y'all. I worked today and I couldn't wait to get off and do the live, but I had to stop at the store on the way home because I did check to make sure I had hamburger, and no, I did not. So I went ahead and ordered my groceries for the week. I should have checked and made sure doubly sure that I had the tomatoes. So aggravated about it. That's okay. That is okay. You know, such is life. We got to deal. You got to deal. You got to make do with what you're given and what you got. This is getting better and better, guys. I have my second choice was I'll just grab some mushroom soup because I stocked up on soups a while back when all the COVID stuff started happening. I'm like, I'm gonna get some soup. Like people were getting toilet paper, I was getting soup. And I can't find any mushroom soup, so I'm gonna use this tomato soup. This should be interesting. I thought, well, I'll make something like beef stroganoff. Oh well. Hopefully it's edible. It'll be edible. I'm just not sure how much I'm going to enjoy it. You guys, I have some hilarious videos of Abby that are on my old account. I used a lot under my personal name, and they're private. Our family and friends, you know, just pretty much my girls and my sister I've sent them to. So they've seen them. But he doesn't want me sharing all of them on this channel. But there's one night when we were putting together my desk, and he had gas really bad. I brought him home Chinese that day, and he starts fanning it at me with a piece of cardboard from the desk box. I'm like, seriously? I'm like, you got to take it outside. You just got to take it outside. He's like, you always tell me to try something new, and you brought home the Chinese. You brought home the shrimp. I'm like, oh, my word. I'm thankful I got a mouth or a nose to breathe from. He's gassing me out. Hi, Adele. Adele, I don't know if you heard yet, if you've been here, but my recipe has got totally demolished. Thought I had tomatoes at home, diced tomatoes that I used for the dish, and lo and behold, no tomatoes. I think Abby used them. We'll just blame him for now. I can get by with that. God bless him. You'll be watching in the background. Oh, you're not feeling good, Adele? I'm sorry. Yeah, I've kind of been on the verge of a funk. Gotta pronounce that N good. I just feel like there's so much to do. Hi, Kelly. How are you? Your husband always says his dad taught him to share. Yeah. So, Adele, you can watch this later, but I've resorted. Oh, and this one's Little Chef. I think it came from Aldi. Maybe. I don't know if that's an Aldi brand or not. This one's Progresso. Got some tomato soup. I don't know. We'll see what we get. Maybe, you know, Abby helps put the dishes away sometimes. I like to put, or I said dishes, the groceries. I like to put the groceries away because I'm the one that uses the bulk of the groceries. He gets mostly like Whole Foods from the African food store, and he uses that stuff. Well, when he puts my groceries away, I most of the time can't find them. Like, where did you put such and such? And he'll put frozen dinners in the refrigerator section and leave ice cream in the fridge. I'm like, babe, it's frozen. It's got to go up in the freezer. But yeah, have so much fun with Abby. Like, he's always doing something that cracks me up. Oh, kidney stones. I've never had stones. The ex did, and he was curled up like a baby on the floor. I know it for men. That's like having a baby. Magnesium. If you get low on magnesium, your calcium is out of proportion to the magnesium, and you're more likely to develop stones. Drinking pop does it too, because the phosphoric acid in it. Watching on TV, cool. Got me on the big screen. How big is my face? Yeah. I don't know. I didn't have a terribly busy day at work this week, or busy week at work, but I just feel like zonked. I normally try to go to church on Sundays, and here lately I've just been like, I want to stay home, and I've already decided on Saturday that I'm not going to go on Sunday. That's bad. That's so bad, but I think because I come home, if Abby's been busy working too, we've just been home long enough to mess up the house, and then I just want to stay home, rest, have my me time, maybe do my This Week in Whips video and tend to the dog and spend some time with Abby, clean up the house together. So it's hard getting it all done, and I don't even have any kids at home. It seems like there's less and less of me to go around, although there's definitely more and more of me. Just not in a good way. I'm spread thin. It is like having a baby. Yeah. I had gallstones, and that was the worst pain in my life. Ever. I would take having 10 babies over having gallstones again. Well, thank you. I feel like and I'm getting all sweaty from the steam. I feel like I'm like, just, ugh. I don't feel like doing my makeup or anything lately. I just want to stay home. So let me grab some rice. This is the rice. It's in a 5-gallon bucket. Abby gets this, I think it's jasmine rice, but he gets it from the African food store. And he's always getting on me. If he were home right now, he would get all over me for not washing it. And sometimes, like, if he catches me cooking it, and he'll ask me if I've washed it yet, I'll be like, no. And it's boiling on the stove. He'll take it and he'll dump it into the strainer and rinse it out. But the way I look at it, it's going to cook up, and I'm going to strain it and rinse it. So I ain't scared. Danger. That rice will get you. With all the pesticides and everything, the herbicides, Vietnam, I have read up on that because I did a paper on Agent Orange. Vietnam still has all that residue and stuff from Agent Orange, from the herbicide during the Vietnam War. So, and I don't know how long they've been growing rice again, or if they're even able to grow rice. But if you look at Tudu Hospital, I think it's spelled Tudu. Tudu Hospital, they have like babies in jars that they're studying for the effects of Agent Orange, which I don't know if they ever plan to use it again, but it's really sad. Monsanto, the big GMO, national, international now, multinational conglomerate. They make GMO foods. They're the ones that came up with Agent Orange, and they were also involved in the Manhattan Project and DDT and saccharin from Diet Coke. So those are their nice inventions, and they're responsible for coming up with Agent Orange, and it caused like massive birth defects in the babies there. I think there's some babies still born with birth defects from it. At least the photos I viewed online when I did my paper all look pretty recent. But yeah, this lady named Robin something in France did a big documentary on Monsanto. You're welcome, Adele. I don't know what tips you're referring to. Maybe you're talking to somebody else. Mary says, my heart aches for you. I hate kidney stones. You pass enough stones. You can start your own quarry. Oh, not good. Wow. Yeah, I've had lots of issues with pain, chronic pain. I was diagnosed with fibromyalgia years ago. But I've had nerve pain, all kinds of stuff, and stones, I don't know. That's definitely some of the worst, I'm sure. Nerve pain, unless it's like a toothache, a bad tooth, usually comes and goes a lot faster. But the gallstones and kidney stones, boy. Okay, so typically for this recipe, I use about a cup of dry rice. So that's kind of my measurement. And then a pound of the hamburger. And then instead of soup, I'll use 2 of the, I think they're 15-ounce diced tomatoes. Red Gold is my favorite. Red Gold actually, they have I think their headquarters is in Elwood, Indiana still. So, but they are my favorite. I lived in Elwood for a short time and would go out walking sometimes, or to even just walk out of the house, and the whole town smelled like tomatoes, like stewed tomatoes. It was nice once in a while, but it did kind of get old after a while. Usually by spring, you're kind of craving that smell. Are you guys seeing any buffering with my live stream tonight? Give me a 1 if you're seeing buffering. My last live, I tried to watch it. It was kind of really jagged looking at times. I should probably set the timer for the rice, but I'm right here with it, so I'm not going to. I usually just wait for the water to start looking milky and try to give it at least 10-15 minutes if it's, the slow cooking rice. I like the minute rice that comes in the bag. You cook it in the bag. But Abby has a cow when I do that. And I also, you could substitute this, Zatarain, cilantro, lime. Yum. I might use that next time. I love this plain with just more lime juice on it. And I'll just sit and eat it like there's no tomorrow. And I do plan to make this dish with the cilantro and all that sometime soon with some chicken instead. I like canned chicken breast because it's easy and you don't have to pick at the meat and stuff. I've used it to make fried rice and taken that to work. I love my fried rice I make with it. So I plan to use some chicken and make this same dish with the cilantro and the garlic and all that. So this should be more like a stew. Normally it's like a soup. Where did I put my scissors? Usually it's kind of like a soup. My dad used to request this dish. He'd always say, make that. He can't remember what I called it. Make that stuff you make. And I knew what he was wanting. He was wanting the cilantro dish. And I tell him, Dad, slow down. You're going to get a tummy ache. You're going to get a tummy ache. You're going to be like a baby bird at a wedding with all the rice. And he'd eat a couple bowls of it and be all bloated and whining. It's funny. I miss him. But I liked it, because me and my dad, we didn't always have a good relationship growing up and even into my 30s. And it was nice to have him want me to make him something. I enjoyed that. I always loved making my dad happy. So I'm going to turn the rice down. It's boiling pretty hard. I don't know. Can you guys hear that? Haley's in the house. Hi, Haley. So I've got the cilantro in. And I don't remember. I'm going to move that out of the way. I'm trying to stay where you guys can kind of see the cilantro and the hamburgers in the pan. Honey Nut Cheerios if I got really desperate. I have used Honey Nut Cheerios, put them in a baggie, and found the hay out of them and put them in meatloaf before. When I didn't have like cornflakes or crackers, I've used the Honey Nut Cheerios. So, okay, this clove of garlic, I always miss the camera, still has the skin on it, and I don't like picking it off by hand. So, let me show you. This is what I do. I don't remember where I learned this, but you take the blade of your butcher knife, lay it flat on top of your clove, and just bang it. It pops it open, and then you can just take your little clove out of it. Feels quite nicely that way. So I just cut on our counter, which Abby, he's got something to say about everything I do in the kitchen that I don't do like him. It's funny. I'm just like, okay. And I keep doing it my way because that's what I've always done. But these are marble counters, and he's like, you shouldn't do it on the counter. And I'm like, it's clean, and it's marble. It's not going to mess it up. It's either marble or granite. Looks like granite. This little clove's too small. I'm a little short on my garlic too, but it'll have some in there. I need a new knife. He's been using my knife that I've used for a long time. It's a ceramic blade. I just need to order me some new knives. He does everything with it, including cutting his cow organs up, and I do mean every organ. Every organ, ladies, every organ. Oh, he's home. Abby's home. Yay. So, we'll see what he says if he catches me cutting on the counter again. I try to be obedient, but we don't have a butcher block, and it really does not hurt this counter whatsoever. That's why they put them in there, because they're durable. Okay, so I just throw my garlic in, mix it up. When the rice is done, or almost done, and it's quite milky. I don't know if y'all can see this. It's pretty milky. So sometimes I don't even strain it, but since it has not been washed, as Abby likes, and he won't even be eating it, so I don't know why he cares. He hardly ever touches the dish I make. He'll eat some of the, where's the strainer? He'll eat some of the, sorry, I'm taking you for a ride. Sometimes I make like this cooked in the bag shrimp and stuff, and make it like this place called Ugly Crab we go to, and it's got shrimp and potatoes and little corn on the cobs, and cook it in a turkey bag in the oven, and it's really yummy with butter and garlic in it. He'll eat that, but most of my dishes he doesn't eat because he likes to cook his African food, and that's okay. I don't care for his food because it's too spicy. Just grabbing the strainer. Yeah, I think tomorrow I'm ready for some downtime tonight after this, and then I'm going to be ready for some cleaning time tomorrow. It just makes me feel better to get the house reorganized again, get it back together in one piece. Little Miss Boo Boo keeps having accidents in her crate. I tried taking her blankets. I don't know if you guys... Haley, do you keep your dog in a crate? Does Maggie stay in a crate? We keep Bailey in a crate. She doesn't sleep in bed with us. If Abby and I weren't married, I would probably let her sleep in bed with me. She's just a little thing. But she's been making messes in her crate. She's always made messes in the house. She's been virtually untrainable that way. But I think it's more behaviors because I'm gone working long shifts. And so I come home and she's got poo everywhere in her crate. Usually it's on her blankets, so those can be picked off and washed. But she wears me out. So I tried taking the blankets out. And she's just pooping and peeing and sitting all in it. And then I was giving her a bath like almost every night. I come home from work and give her a bath. So now I just leave the blankets in there again. I'm going to get those little pee pads and take her tray out from the crate and put the pee pads underneath the crate. She'll just have to lay on the crate itself. Hi, Pink. How are you? Who else we got in here? Anybody? Keep her in a crate only if we have to leave the house. Maggie hates her crate. Yeah, Bailey's not too happy about being in the crate, especially with me being gone so long. But with me and Abby, I mean, most of the time we're working different shifts, or, you know, he's got the sporadic schedule. I work days, but my days change. And some are 10 hours, some are 12. But I think that it was with Bailey, she's older. I think it's behaviors. So I'm just throwing my soup in. Pink, you're turning in late, but I realized when I got home and got my live started that I have no diced tomatoes that I usually use. Usually I use two large cans of, what is it? Guys, help me out here. Put it in chat. Red gold diced tomatoes. But tonight I'm using soup. I think Abby might have used those tomatoes. So I am making do. So the rice is in there. And typically when I'm making it more like a stew or a soup that's not a thick soup, it's kind of just works up with the tomato juices, I'll leave the rice out for a day or two, and then I'll throw it all in together. I kind of like it separate at first. The rice seems to absorb a lot of the salt, and the salt brings out the flavor of the cilantro. And I will add more salt as I eat it out of the bowl if it starts losing its flavor. Hi, babe. We're live. You want to say hi to everybody?
Hello, everybody.
Babe, did you use the diced tomatoes?
Which tomato?
I had some, you know the canned tomatoes I use that I cook with?
I didn't know.
With the yellow label. I can't find them. I know I had some last week because that's when I bought the cilantro. I was planning to use it. That's basically the dish. You could add onion, but I've tried onion before in it, and it didn't do anything for my taste buds. Normally I like lots of onions, but I think it kind of steals away from the flavor of the cilantro. Anyways, you guys, I don't want to stay on past, I don't really even want to get all the way up to 8 o'clock. I don't need the watch hours or anything, and I want to get to is it Lady C. Russell that's on at 8 tonight? Haley, I know that, let's see if I can do this. Can't do it on there. Haley, I'm going to make you a moderator because I know that you've probably got Lady C's link. I can probably make it too. Get it. Yeah, just as easy for me to grab it real quick. She's scheduled for 8 tonight. I think I've watched her channel a couple times. I've been spread too thin trying to help everybody with watch hours and subscribing and everything. I've not really gotten to watch people a lot that I really want to get to know. So let me share that real quick. Just as easy for me to do it on the phone. I don't know if you guys would be able to see this. I don't see anybody in the chat on YouTube. Last time I used both the phone to post links. I can't do it here and not as easily on the computer because the computer's slow. But can you guys see the link? I had closed, I had scheduled it, and my computer was giving me fits. So I had closed it and had, you know what? It might still be showing that. Hopefully I don't have two lives going at the same time. That'd be fun. Okay, I'm on the right one now. Yeah, I think that one's still up, although I did cancel it. Oh, come on. Okay, I'm on the right one now. Yeah, I think that one's still up, although I did cancel it. Enjoy the echo. I'm in an echo chamber. Oh, all this technology and stuff. It's for the birds. And not free birds like me. I'm just like, ew. I really wanted to rip my wig off earlier. It's like, I went, wah! Oh, the computer was just being so slow. Okay, you got the link now. I had to get out of that other live that I had scheduled. Maybe it just hadn't refreshed on my phone. I know I had canceled it before I opened this one. Yeah, I had accidentally, I think, hit stream, and I don't have streaming software. So, hit the camera. And then you have to, of course, do the thumbnail picture with the computer and then replace it with your thumbnail you want to use. I'm just like, yeah. And I had made the thumbnail on my phone app and saved it, uploaded it to Drive. So then I had another window open on the computer trying to open my Drive, and they were both just cycling and cycling and cycling, driving me crazy. And I was like, Jesus, Lord, just help me, please. I'm just about to lose it. And then I was like, you know what? And I was rushing. I had fixed my coffee, changed my clothes. I don't even have the groceries I'll put away. They're out in the trunk still. I just grabbed my hamburger I was going to use. I'm just like, I got to get it scheduled at least. And I want to put my thumbnail up, but I just come to the realization, you know what? Everything's not an emergency. And I definitely am not going to rush to get on my YouTube live. If I'm a little late, I'm a little late. So the dish is done. Typically, because a soup is more cooked, and I don't want to overcook it and have it be like, scorched tasting. But normally with my tomatoes, I'll let it stew up a little bit longer. I'm just going to cover it up and let the steam do the rest with the cilantro. The cilantro looks like it's blanched, and that's about it. But this dish is great. It's so easy to take to work, and it's really nice. It's almost, I crave it sometimes in the fall, like I do chili. So I love like one pot meals, and I have done the hamburger in the same pan, taken it out and strained it and cooked the rice in that pan, and then added everything else and put the hamburger back in. So I've done it with one pan before. The only thing I haven't done is do it with an Instapot. Okay, I am going to pause this for just a minute. I'm going to take you guys to the table, and I'll show you my new, my upcoming pattern. I'm going to write a pattern. It's going to be legit. I've spent all this time doing tutorials, and they're wearing me out, all the editing and stuff. So I don't know how to pause. Is that it up there? This is only, I think, my third time doing. Okay, well, close your eyes. I don't want to make anybody sick. It's only, I think, the third time I've used StreamYard for my own lives. I've been on other people's channels, but that's been with my phone. Babe, do you have a good day? Yep. So, oh, that's weird. I didn't realize that. The screen's flipped. The bathroom is right here, but it's actually on my left shoulder. Hi, Dana. How are you, sis? I've seen a lot of your interview, not all of it, but I've seen a lot of your interview. And I thought we were going to get to ask you questions at the end of the interview, but when I got back to it, I was at work. When I got back to it, you guys were gone. But I wanted to throw a question out there at you, Dana. The question is, how long have you been crocheting? And are you ready for the Great Crochet Race 2021? Are you ready? Does anybody want to come up on the panel real quick? I'm going to hop off here at 7:55. We got about 15 minutes. Got room for you where? Shrita taking you somewhere, Haley? You got us running, but you'll be in the bushes for a few minutes. That's all right. Danny says she doesn't have any animals, so you don't really know how to train them. You have grandkids. You can tell me all about that. Yeah. I love my grandkids. I'm so excited. I got my first grandson on the way. I don't have any boys. I only made girls, 3 girls and 2 granddaughters. So he'll be the first boy in our immediate family. It's pretty sweet. Okay. Brandon's in the house. Welcome, Brandon. You missed my big cooking episode. It's so fancy. Not. Glad you're here, Brandon. Let me grab my stuff, guys. I'll show you what I am finishing up. I plan to sew my pockets on tonight and weave in my tails, but I've got to steam block it first because I do that before putting my pockets on. How many crocheters we got in here? Adele's here. Who else? Denny, Dana. Haley. Does Haley crochet, y'all? I've only watched her live, so I don't know. I think she crochets too. I know she colors. I seen her coloring the other night. Pink, I don't know if you crochet. Pink, I listened to your I guess it's an audiobook. It's come on a CD. I listened to that on the way home today. It was really good. It was How to Live Your Dreams, 3 Keys to Living Your Dreams. It's really, really good and simple. Something that's very doable. Although I'm not good at journaling or vision boards or stuff. I got enough visions up here. But it would be good for me to write some down because I tend to lose focus totally on what I want to do, what direction I want to go. Like with my channel, I started out doing tutorials and I still am doing tutorials, but they're quite tedious. Ingrid, hi Ingrid. Glad to have you. Mary, you crochet, right? You got a phone call. I need to take it. Okay. Have a good night, Mary. Those of you that are still here and you crochet, I really need some input. Dana, you were talking about this today about how you like to get feedback, basically. I try to somewhat be on trend. I'm not overly absorbed with trends, but when it comes to my designs, but I don't know. I'm kind of torn between continuing doing these big, long, huge tutorial series and just writing up patterns and doing brief tutorials on sections that are a bit harder. So what would you guys rather see? Would you rather be able to buy a pattern for like $5? Or would you rather watch a tutorial series that may be a couple hours long in total? Which would you rather see? Would you rather have the paper and the directions in your hands, or would you rather watch it all and listen to tips and all that? Because tips I can give within the pattern, my goal of my channel when I started, you do both, Dana. The goal was to help people break free from pattern dependency and learn to design on their own. Learn about body proportions, learn about different techniques for fit, shaping, things like that. But as I got deeper and deeper into my designs, and those have kind of, I don't like the word evolve because I don't believe in evolution, but they've kind of evolved. And now, I've got designs coming off of another design, inspired by my previous one. So I just edit the tutorial to make it shorter. Somebody else mentioned that, but that takes me just as much time to edit it. And I have tried to cut down on how much I talk during the tutorial, and I try to pause it. I want people, especially with like the pocket wrap I did, the Safe Haven wrap, And then the Freebird Cape scarf. Adele says she's still learning how to read, understand patterns. I get that. Maybe it would be a good idea for me to break down, write my pattern out, upload it like on Etsy, and then break it down or review it, how to read a pattern for people and use one of my patterns as an example. I don't know. But the goal of my channel was to break pattern dependency. Of course, not everybody is that experienced, and not everybody is experienced enough to do some of my designs. So, I want to know. That's why I put out my Be Brave challenge. I want to know that someone is using my tutorials to make themselves something or make something for someone. So, I don't know. I'm just kind of lost on what to do now. But I think a good option would be for me to take the time to write up the patterns for the tutorials I've already done this year, and maybe start the first pattern be with my current one I'm currently designing, or that I've just designed, and then go from there and try to put them up by the season. My Granny Gone Wild top could go up for spring, and then I could hyperlink the tutorials I've already made, and I could also, here's an idea. See, I'm giving myself ideas. I noticed in comments of somebody else's videos that they put timestamps, like Fiber Spider's got some timestamps on his. But if you do that in the comment section underneath your videos, if you have a long video and someone may want to just see part of it, say I put up a pattern, sell the pattern, someone comes to my channel, I can put it in the description box. I don't know if it would work from the description box, but if I put in a comment and post, pin that one so it stays at the top, I could put timestamps in there. And when you timestamp, then it makes it a link. So someone watching the video from comments can hit that time, and you can label that time, collar, neckline, whatever, pocket, and put the timestamps in there, and then they can just find it. And that's what I need to do. I need to timestamp the tutorials I already have. Yeah. Then I don't have to redo them or re-edit and re-upload and re-flip them to be right-handed and left-handed. I've already done all that work. So if I just timestamp them, people can go just to what they need, and then they'll have the pattern if they buy the pattern. Hey, Dusty, glad to have you. Then, if I publish my patterns and sell the patterns, somebody comes along, I can hyperlink to my playlist for that tutorial that goes with the pattern. And then I'll put in the description box, see the comment below for timestamps for whatever help you need throughout the pattern. So that was a bright idea. I just get on jabbering and jabbering. Oh, but I'm with you, Dana. You said today you want to get better, and we all want to do better. Just try to grow as people, and whatever you do, strive to do the best that you can at it. I know I'm never going to be the best. I'll never be the best teacher, the best designer, but I do have my own style, I think. And I think if I just get a better way to present the information and people not have to watch for a whole hour or, a couple hours for a whole item. So pattern would be a good thing. And then the timestamps. So that's what I'm going to plan to do. After the end of this year, you guys probably won't see new tutorials from me for a while. I'll keep doing my This Week in Whips and probably show a lot of the baby blankets I'm working on because I have the big project at work. Every client is going to get a blanket. So right now it's just me making them. So hopefully my daughter and my friend come through. But my daughter, bless her heart, she's big and pregnant now, you guys. She is like 6.5 months along, almost 7 months along. And she's just getting her tummy's just getting so big. and she's still working. She's working 3 days a week still. And her job, she's on her feet. She does hair. And then she comes home and cooks dinner and has my granddaughter. And, she's got everything to deal with at home too. So hopefully before long, she'll be staying at home. You guys keep her in your prayers. That girl works so much, so hard. So does anybody have any other feedback? Any of you that have really watched my videos? I really want some critique. I don't care so much about making everybody happy because you can't please everybody all the time. But I want to be effective at what I do. And if I'm not going to be effective and it's a mess and my channel looks sloppy, people aren't going to watch. So all that work is for nothing but for me to have solely as, my outlet. And I want it to be more than that, because it's not just for me that I do it. So you guys keep talking amongst yourself. I love it. Hopefully you guys are all subscribed to each other. Even if you don't have a channel content, we're still all family. And if you see me subscribe to you, it's not because I'm weird. If you don't have any content yet, it's because I want to know when you put some content up so I can watch you too. Let me grab my I don't know what to call it yet. It's another Freebird cape scarf. And Freebird winter cape scarf is too long, so it would take an acronym. And I hate acronyms. We got enough acronyms in this world. But maybe it'll just be the winter cape scarf. We'll see. I'm probably almost out of time. Yep, 5 minutes. Let me grab my coffee. Bailey, what do you want? What do you want, girl? I want to see what Abby's up to, guys. Hang on just a second. He's awful quiet in there. Oh, yeah, okay. All right. Maybe I'll go with you. All right. Yep. He's in there laying in bed. He's going to try a nap. Sometimes I'll go take a nap for like an hour. So I'm going to nap for an hour. I'm like, what good is that? You love my channel, Denny. Thank you so much. You're watching the craft room tour. Hopefully it's the newest one since the Hobby Lobby hauls. I still have another cabinet to put together that's going in there somewhere, I think. Since day one, Denny, thank you, sweetheart. That means so much to me. I don't expect people to comment on every video or even watch every video. There's just so many of us out there. And I don't feel like we're in competition with each other. And I don't want to hog anybody or expect you just to do everything I do. That would be stupid. Life would be boring. Good. Okay. I think I'm improving on the channel, how it looks and how I've presented it. And learning new stuff like thumbnails and banner art. And it's just, I need a new computer because then I can do that stuff, get the desktop version of these apps if they're out there and make stuff on the computer. Actually have a mouse. I don't have a mouse for my computer right now. So, and there's no storage really on it. I think it come with 200, I want to say 200 megabytes. I know it doesn't even have a gig. It's just a little cheapo computer that I bought solely when I was doing hospice to make up like fill in the blank charts for my patient's info to have files with me that I didn't have to get on my iPad for at work. So that's why I bought this computer, and now I need something better and bigger. Maybe. I definitely want to get one. You guys that haven't heard yet, I'll tell you here. I have a second channel that's starting. Hopefully, no, I'm not going to say hopefully. We've already planned to do, it's Crocheters for Christ. And I've got several people, hope it's several. I got a couple I know for sure on board, totally. But it'll be a collaborative channel. And we're going to, the focus is a vision for missions. So we'll be doing some fundraising events and having some fun stuff to do, and also sharing testimonies, interviews, stories, things like that. Have one interview planned for the beginning of December, and that may be the launch of the channel. Our lovely Dana, Triple C and Joe Show, is almost done, if not already done, with the intro video. Thank you, Dana. And it is so beautiful. So stuff I can't do or don't know how to do, I always try to find out how to do stuff on my own, but I can't do it all and work full time. And it's always good to network and to support each other and, you know, promote other people. So that's one thing about the new channel is it's going to be focused on first Christ and then our brothers and sisters that are in need. And it won't always be like a big mission. There's a couple charities that I want us to support when we grow, but in the meantime, you know, I want to focus on other channels that are in need, that need help. So that is that. Don't have a whole lot more to say about it, but there'll be some games and some events. I'm working on finding out about, I gotta hurry up, finding out about like Eventbrite, using that, and you can use it and do a donation where people can attend the event and it be streamed to the channel. So you can work with Eventbrite and Zoom and YouTube. And so that is what I'm kind of looking at right now. So I've got to get more tech savvy in short order. And I've had teachers say I was a quick study, but the older I've gotten, especially with technology stuff, I'm not so quick. I'm not such a quick study anymore. So, okay, let me show you the Freebird Winter Cape Scarf. And it's not blocked yet, but there's a ribbing. And then kind of like the granny stitch, but there's an extra row between. And then there's this. And then the border, I have not blocked it, but when I do, I'm going to pull those points out. And then there's pockets. So it can really be worn either way, just like my other one. But the only thing I'm not doing, like the Freebird Cape Scarf, is making it reversible. Sheerly for the fact that, let's see if I got this straight here. Get it together, Jen. Get it together. Yeah, it's caught on my headband. I'm not going to do it reversible. And it's hard to show you on here. I'm going to have to back up. I'm not doing reversible because of the gray being lace. If I put pockets on the gray side, that's going to show through. If I put the alternate color or whatever, it's going to be solid right there. Could look funny. But, you know, you can flip it inside out and upside down and just have these pockets be on the inside when you're wearing it the other way. It just won't have two sets of pockets. So that's that. And when it's blocked, it's going to be probably 3 inches longer. But I love how it does this right there. And then you can close it and then just use a shawl pick or pin and have it be like that. So I made this one kind of with the idea of layering for winter. Maybe wear a turtleneck with it. Nice, I've got a crooked, nice little earring and necklace set would be cute. And then the pockets are textured. It's just, I think it's called grit stitch with some single crochet rib at the top. So that's that. And you won't see a tutorial on that until I'm getting close to having the pattern written up. I don't like starting tutorial series and not finishing them before I go on to something else. Thank you, Ingrid. Thank you, Dana. Thanks, guys. You're going to send it out within 20 minutes? No rush. I don't, if I put anything up right now, Dana, it'd be my testimony. And I tell you, I've heard a little bit of yours, and it is amazing. I really am looking forward to people really getting to know each other. And there's no condemnation unto those who are in Christ. And that's what I constantly have to remind myself of that, because I do have a past, and I need to leave it in my past and keep pressing towards the mark. And that is the challenge, because we want to, take it up, keep that baggage. There's something about the mind and the way that it's set up. You can compartmentalize memories in up to 5 different areas of the brain. You might remember the smell of one event, something you've seen in another area, but it's all together the same memory. So we just have a tendency to dwell on that, I think, because we know we've made a mistake, and that self-condemnation really has been a problem for me, and dealing with whether it be addictions or my self-image, my body shape, things like that, things I was shamed for as a child. Those are the things that you tell yourself, like someone else's words become your words to yourself. And it becomes your hate language to yourself when you get older if you don't keep pushing on and, look for the good in yourself. We try to look for the good in everybody else. Why shouldn't we look for the good in ourselves? So I know that God wants better for us. I know He wants better for us. We're made overcomers. We're not just made conquerors. We're more than conquerors. We're overcomers of this world. And that is the thing. Christ overcame us with His grace and His mercy and His love, and He took all on the cross for us. And yet we still constantly are touching ourselves. And the Bible says, touch not the Lord's anointed. Well, guess what? You're Christian, you're anointed. We have His anointing. And if you are constantly down on yourself, you're touching the Lord's anointed. So that's been a long life lesson for me. And try to have grace for yourself too. There's enough in this world that's negative, and enough voices to bring you down, and you don't need to be hard on yourself. So, all right, guys, I'm gonna let y'all go. I could talk all night, and I want to get over to Lady C's. It's 8:00. I don't think we've had so much chat. I think I can just paste it again. If you guys can make it over to Lady C Russell's, she should be on now. And there's the link again. So I can't remember who else is on tonight. I think Dana, Brother Terrence is on, right? Is that tonight? Or is he just having, I think he mentioned earlier today that he was going to have a chat open where you can leave a comment and leave a prayer request. That would be for his upcoming live, I think, with the kids, with the teenagers. So if y'all can make it to Minister of Music, Terrence Trower, Another excellent channel. I mean, yeah, there's just so much. Haley's channel. There's so many channels that I can mention. Joe's channel. There's a lot of drama channels out there, even within our crochet community, that I just have to step back from. Like some of them I can't even watch. I just can't do it anymore. And we need positive people in our lives and people that want to build others up. We've got enough tearing down, out in the world. So building one another up. Okay, yeah. Terrence, I'll share this link and then I'll go. He has come leave a request to God in the chat and pray for a move of God. After this, I will say goodnight, sweetheart. Well, it's time to go. I think I'll make that my sign off on the lives. Like Granny D's got her boop, boopity boop, 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 boop. Mine would be the Shana Na song. Good night, sweetheart. Well, it's time to go. Do 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 do. Good night, sweetheart. Well, it's time to go. I need to look up the lyrics to learn the rest of it. All right. Thanks for coming, guys. Bye, Ingrid. Bye, Adele. Bye, Denny. Pink, if you're still watching. Haley, love y'all. Dusty, thanks for coming, guys. Dana, Adele. Did I miss any Mary? She had to go already. Love you, Mary. And Brandon. And Joe. Did I get everybody? Sharita, Sister Sharita. I think that's it. I covered it. Did I cover everybody? Kim! I didn't even see Kim come in. She left one comment. I love Cheerios. Me too. Especially on Nut Cheerios. All right. I think I got everybody. Okay, I see where you said hi, Denisha. That's probably when I was still cooking. I'm so sorry, Kim. I didn't mean to ignore you. It's hard for me to do two things at once, do the chat, respond to chat, and cook. So that was a first for me. And Kelly. All right, guys. Have a good night. Love y'all. Bye-bye.